Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man Drutube, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. You can focus on Diddy if you want to, but once it's all said and done, your problems will still be there. A lot of people flock to stories like this one, and we don't even have to spend too much time on it because we all see what's happening. We all see what's in the news and on the tube and on the internet when you're not watching Drutube videos. We all see. But the thing is, they flood you with these type of situations because they know people will watch them. They know people will pay attention to them. They know people are not focused on themselves and they're more worried about negative stories. People love negative stories. People talk about what they don't like and all that's awful and this and that. People love negative stories, y'all. They love them. People love a good negative story. That's just the way it is. Do 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 do. That's just the way it is. People love a negative story. People love, unfortunately, to hear something bad happening to someone instead of something good happening to someone because they're glad it's not them. That's why a lot of times you got to keep the negative things that you experience to yourself because people are more happy that it's happening to you. Some people don't care. Some people do care. There are some good kindred souls out there, but there are some people who just don't care. They're just glad it's not them. I'm glad I'm out. I'm glad it ain't me. Ooh, you see what happened to him? You see what happened to her? But guess what? You're fascinated with evil and negativity. You're fascinated with those things. You're fascinated with somebody else being brought down. Even if that person did something wrong, that's God's business. God's going to judge them. But you know, God, whatever happens to them, at the end of the day, God is going to have the last say. So all you can do is focus on yourself and your own life and be as positive as you can be. Be as great as you can be. That's all you can do. But people rather focus on what's happening in somebody else's life and happening with somebody else's world instead of improving on themselves. That's the world mind. They're not telling you to get rich. They're not telling you to become successful. They're not even, oh, this man has a problem or so-and-so has a problem. He needs to get some help. Let's make it better. You know what I'm saying? In a perfect world, that would be the option. Even if you did something wrong or something that you weren't supposed to do, people are supposed to be wanting to get you some help, or people are supposed to be wanting to make things better for that person. Our people are wanting to supposed to wrong the right, not just continue to continue to do whatever. But that's just hearsay. I'm not giving my opinions on that. I'm making this video to be unopinionated as I possibly can. But I'm here to tell you that the world mind has people distracted. You see how many and I ain't hating, man. People when you gotta eat. I ain't hating. I see all these views and stuff that you talk about this, you get all these views. You talk about that, you get all. I see what they doing. I see it. All right, I see it. I got eyes. But the thing is, it's like, man, what are you really focused on? Like, people are fascinated with the wrong things. The person making those videos, they're getting paid. The person making that video, the person making that video, and I know that's what videos are supposed to do. People get paid for them. People create amazing content. People create great content. And if your content is great and it's worth money and you deserve to be paid for that content, yes, you do. That's what you deserve. That's what you deserve, rightfully. That's what you deserve. Okay, we're saying it like that on purpose because that's what you deserve. All right, that's what you deserve. That's what you deserve. You create some great content, good. But the thing is, like, y'all can't get fully absorbed in that. You like leave it where it's at. You see a video about it, cool. Leave it where it's at. You see something about it, leave it where it's at. People are talking about it on their job. People are talking. It's the first thing you're concerned with when you wake up. Not even spending time with God first. Oh, what's going on in this person's life? What negativity are they experiencing? What negativity? Who got hit? Who got shot? Who got murked? Who got splattered? Who got this? Who got that? What's going wrong in somebody's life? And I understand, but the thing is, it's like you're looking for an escape. If your life was going well, if your life was going so good and so great, you wouldn't even want nothing to do with that stuff. If your life was going so well, you wouldn't even want anything to do with that stuff. You'd be praying for that person instead of seeing what's happening to them. And I'm not trying to sound like, no, I'm Mr. Righteous or I'm holier than thou. No, that's not it. All right. Far from that. Not trying to sound like that. I do my best. But the thing is, it's like I'm trying to get people to focus on where their mind is at. Where is your mind at? When you're constantly focused on these things. You see how many people, and I'm not talking about the Drutubers. I know you all see that, but I know you all want the best out of life. But what I'm here to help you do also is to redirect your mind, because whatever you are concerned with immediately when you like flock to these things, like, you know how somebody will, God forbid, get into an accident, God forbid, and they're like the person that has nothing to do with the accident but's pulling over to see some blood, or that pulls over don't have nothing to do with the accident, won't even call the freaking police, won't even call the ambulance. They just want to see somebody go through something. They just want to see something bad happen to somebody. Oh, what's just vampires, and you don't want to be that. Even when it comes to entertainment, you don't want to be a vampire even when you don't feel that you're one. You don't want to be a vampire even when you don't know that you're being one. You don't want to be a vampire. And we all see it, it's entertainment. It's something to watch. Okay, take some time up. All right, I understand it's not you. You get to experience the anxiety and the fear of something happening to you, and then go back to your regular everyday life. I understand. But the thing is, whatever you're fascinated with, you can't help but experience. If you're the type of person that pulls over and wants to see that accident and be like, oh my God, look what happened to them, I'm glad it ain't me. You can't help but experience what you're fascinated with. Be fascinated with love. Be fascinated with success. Be fascinated with prosperity. Be fascinated with infinite money. Don't worry about what's happening to Diddy. He's gonna work that out, or it's gonna get worked out. Be fascinated with success for you. He's already successful, and no matter what happens to him, good or bad, he already experienced more life than most of us will ever get to experience, God forbid. Some of us, that might be a little too life for us, to too much life, but you know how you want to experience some life. He's worn certain clothes and bought certain things for himself and had certain houses, and I'm not talking about, well, you see what he had to do to get, of course he did some uncanny things, some unsavory things, but whatever he did to get what he got, it ain't none of your business, because that's not what you want to do, right? Exactly. My point exactly. That's not what you want to do with your life. And when it's all said and done, if you spend so much time this year distracted this year by whatever's going on in somebody else's life, whether it be positive or negative, what are you focusing on for your life for this year? What good are you bringing into your life by focusing on the negative experiences that are happening to somebody else? Seriously, what positive things are you bringing? What is that going to do for you? Are you going to make a video about it and get you some views and get paid? Are you going to get a bag off of it? If not, then I wouldn't be concerned about it. Where's your mind at? Where's your mind is at? Where your money's at? Wherever your mind is at. If your mind is focused on money for you, your money is going to be for you. If your mind is focused on putting in money in somebody else's pocket, that's where your attention is going. That's where your energy is flowing. That's where your money is going. That's where your currency is currently going. And that man ain't doing nothing for you. That man ain't doing nothing for you but trying to put out another album for you to buy it when it's all said and done. That man ain't doing nothing for nobody else. You have to, and his condition ain't, what he's going through ain't doing nothing for nobody else. You're not one of the victims. You're not one of the people concerned. You're not one of the people a part of that situation. If you aren't, then what are you concerned about it for? I understand. Oh, it's entertainment. It's out in the news. It's on the TV. It's on the internet. It's on to this. It's on to that. Everybody's talking about it. I know. But what everybody is not talking about is what they're going to do with their regular everyday life when this thing goes away. Some people are going to end up being depressed because they don't have anything to take their mind off of their own negative experiences once this thing goes away. Once this thing goes away, you don't have anybody's problems to take your mind off your own. What the heck are you going to do with your own? And that's what some people aren't thinking about. Everybody's talking about what's going on. Everybody's talking about this and concerned about that. But what they're not doing is focusing on the things that are going on in their life and taking care of them and fixing them. If you're watching this channel, I know you are. Excuse me, Bug. If you're watching this channel, I know you are. If you're watching this channel, I know that's what you want to do. You watch the video up until this point and you're not on that mess 24/7, I understand checking it out. I understand it might have piqued your interest. I understand you just bought something hot to eat and got yourself a little treat and you want to, what's going on here? I understand. But always bring your focus back to something important for you. Always bring your focus back to something that's going to bring some goodness into your life, because whatever you're fascinated with, you can't help but experience it. You can't help but experience it. It's women that have certain fantasies. It's people who have certain death wishes. All right, there's people who have been murdered out jogging 5 o'clock in the morning. Very unfortunate experience. But when you go look in their bedroom, the woman got a whole shoebox full of clippings of mass murderings. She done every mass murder that done happened. She done saved it, clipped it, saved it, put it underneath her bed in a shoebox, and she looking at them. Ooh, this person got murdered. That person got murdered. Some people got secret, deep, dark fantasies. Twisted, very twisted. You're too gifted to be that twisted. All right, what are you fascinated with? What are you? I'm not here to put nobody down. I'm not here to put nobody down. I'm here to help you get your mind on track. What are you fascinated with? When something bad happens to somebody and you jump to that, when something bad happens to somebody and that's the first thing you do is go watch it, like you're bloodthirsty. I'm talking about the people who see an accident, don't have nothing to do with it, won't call 911, but to them to pull over and see someone hurt, it's fun. That's terrible. What are you fascinated with? You can't be fascinated with negative experiences for others, because whatever you're fascinated for others is what you will eventually experience, because you deep down within the regions of your subconscious mind, you're fascinated with it for yourself. You just don't realize it. And whatever you rush to, whatever you rush to, you're rushing your mind to. And whatever your mind rushes to, that's what your money's rushing to. That's what your positive energy is rushing to. That's what your health is rushing to. That's what everything, where energy go, where energy attention goes, energy flows. And where your energy flows, that's where your power goes. So you're feeding in all this power into this stuff. You're feeding in all this power and energy into this thing. By the time it's all said and done, if this man did do anything wrong, he's gonna be able to capitalize off it and be able to stay out of trouble with all the attention that it's getting. He gonna be able to come out pretty much like he's scot free. Not sure how that stuff works, and I don't want to know. But the thing is, what are you focused on? All right. I'm not telling you to not be informed. I'm not telling you to not check things out. I'm not telling you to, oh, well, I was just interested. I just clicked on it. Am I going to hell? No, no. But whatever you're fascinated with is what you're going to experience. Whatever you're fascinated with is what you're going to experience. If you don't want it to happen to you, don't be fascinated with it. You might check it out. You might take a look, see. You might peek at it, but don't become fascinated with it. Don't put all your time and energy into it. Don't put more effort into it than that business that you're supposed to start. Don't be more concerned with what's bad is happening for somebody else more than the good that you're creating for yourself to experience. That's all I'm saying. Don't be more focused on the negative things that are happening in somebody else's life than the good things that you want to see happen in your own life. Do not do that. You're gonna look by, and time will have passed, and you'll still be stuck in the same spot. Things will have changed. This stuff with him will be over. It'll be something new. It'll be somebody else. They'll be moving on to the next one, and you're going to continuously be distracted. They're always going to have things like this, but you're not always going to have a life to be able to take control of and come out on top with certain opportunities that present themselves to you. And you got to prepare your mind for the opportunities and the things that happen to you. Don't prepare your mind for the next negative event that the world wants to display to you on the world stage. This is the world stage. They're always going to have something. They're always going to have a negative thing for you to take part of. They're always going to have some bad happening to somebody else for you to feed your energy into, instead of putting that time and effort into something to change your world, to change the world. They're always going to have something. They ain't never going to not have something negative for you to put your time, energy, and effort into. I'm telling you, it's the world mind. Don't be entertained by the world mind. Don't focus on what's on the world stage. Instead of focusing what's on the world stage, you need to be focused on what's on the stage, and what's on the stage in your mind. You need to be looking within your mind's eye and seeing yourself at how you want to be on the stage in your mind. Instead of focusing on everybody else's life and what they've accomplished and how they messed it up, you need to be focused on how you see yourself and what you want to be and what you want to do with your life. That's all I'm saying. You need to be working on creating something for you. You need to be working on making something for you, to whatever what's going on with other people. What's going on with you? What's up with you? Like that MJ and Eddie Murphy song. What's up with you? All right, what's up with you? Are you in heaven mentally, or are you in hell? Is your life going bad or is your life going well? Are good things supposed to happen to you? Or are you fascinated with death and blood and guts and gore and all these other destructive things that will eventually, unfortunately, come into your life some way, somehow? Because that's taking up your mind, and that's what you're becoming fascinated with. And whatever you're fascinated with, that's what you cannot help but experience. You have to make yourself fascinated with positive things in life, so that way that's what you can get. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button. We out of here. Peace, love, and light.